Hi, I'm Palak Agarwal of Hidayatullah National Law University and currently a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. Today, I'll be discussing about trespass. Trespass signifies a transaction against a person or a property. Trespass to property are of two types. They are trespass to land and trespass to movable property. Whereas trespass to a person can be of three types: assault, battery, or false imprisonment. Trespass to land. Trespass of land is the easiest to understand in the law of torts. It is when a person or a object belonging to the person enters the property of a certain human being without any lawful justification. Trespass is not a tort against ownership, it is a tort against possession. This means that even the owner of a property can be sued for trespassing into a property if he had rented the property to some other person, as the property was in the possession of the tenant at that time. Trespass is a thought that doesn't see any intention. A trespass can be committed without any intention. For example, there was a person of unsound mind. He entered into the property of some other person, thinking that the property belongs to him. The person to whom the property belonged can sue the unsound person for trespass, as the trespass doesn't see any intention, and even a minor can be liable for trespass. Trespass to land is an offense under section 441 of the Indian Penal Code. The aggrieved person can either file a case for a tort or even file a criminal case against the person. Trespass to movable property. Trespass to movable property is an unlawful disturbance of the goods by seizure or removal or directly by causing damages to the good. For example, throwing water on somebody's laptop is referred to as trespass to movable property. Trespass to movable property is also trespass to possession and not ownership. The owner of the object doesn't need to show that he was deprived of the object. He just have to show that he was deprived of the lawful possession without any lawful justification. For example, if a person goes to the mechanic and asks for his car back and the mechanic denies him of the possession without any lawful justification, he can sue the mechanic for trespass to movable property. Trespass to persons means direct interference with a person's body or liberty. Assault is the threat or attempt to do physical harm to other human being without any lawful justification in the near future. But there is lack of physical harm on the plaintiff. There should be real apprehension that the defendant is going to actually harm him or her. For example, A receives a call from B that said that B will hurt A when he returns back to India from USA. This is not assault. Another example, A sees B running in the direction of A with an axe and B is only a few kilometers away from him, then he can be said that he was going to harm that person. So there is a real apprehension in the mind of A. So this can be said as an assault. Battery is the intentional and direct application of physical force from one person to another. Actual damage is immaterial to battery. Even throwing water on somebody will constitute as a tort of battery. False imprisonment is the total deprivation of the liberty of a person without any lawful justification. A person can sue another person if he mistakenly locks a person in the room for 5 minutes. Even if the person locking the person in the room has no knowledge that he has locked the person, he will still be liable for false imprisonment. Trespass is built on the inalienable right of a person to have his property or body inviolate.